Hello students, welcome to Easy Elimu Learning Simplified. My name is Mr. Stanley Ombogo. Dear students, still under verb and tenses, I'd like to take you through future time. So remember previously, we have looked at other tenses like the simple present tense, the simple past tense, the perfect aspects, that is the present perfect, the past perfect, and even the perfect continuous aspects. So talking about future time, dear students. So future time indicate a moment in future, and it is a verb form that generally marks the event described by the verb as not happening yet, but expected to happen in the future. So they are used to talk about events or things that are expected to take place at a point in time in the future, but they have not happened. So there is that expectation that this is going to happen, but in the near future. So we have several forms or ways of expressing the future time. So talking about these forms, I'll start by looking at the first one, that is expressing future time by using a simple present tense and that is a time aspect. So study the two examples. They start school on Monday. So in that sentence, we have the subject they, then the verb that is in simple present, start, and the time aspect in this case, sorry, we can even use the adverbs of time. So we have on Monday. So the second example, we go to the museum next Tuesday. So we have the subject we and the verb in its simple present go, and the time aspect that is next Tuesday. So the second form or way of expressing a future time is using the present continuous plus time aspect. So example of sentences with a present continuous and time aspect, we have I am going to Nairobi next week. So we have the present continuous I'm going, then there is next week, meaning that it is something that will happen uh, in a week that follows. So another one is that they are opening school next Monday. So are opening is the present continuous, then the time is next Monday, the coming Monday. So the simple present is more impersonal than the present continuous form. Look at the two examples. I go home tomorrow and I am going home tomorrow. You realize that the first sentence may imply that it is not part of, my decision to go home, whereas the second implies that I have actually decided to, go home tomorrow. So the simple present form can also sound more formal than the continuous that is the continuous aspect. So in most cases, when there are formal communication, we normally use the simple present because it sounds more formal than the present continuous. For example, instead of saying that learners are sitting for the exam next week, it sounds more formal to say learners will sit for learners will sit for the exam next week, or learners sit for the exam next week. I think even the news reporters tend to use the simple present form a lot when giving headlines of bulletins. So the next form or that we can use to express a future time is by using the will shall plus infinitive. So will and shall are modal auxiliary verbs. So they are used together with infinitives. And remember, infinitives are a special form of verbs that are made by adding to the base of a word. For example, uh, to go, to run, and so on. So example in sentence, and before that example, another thing to note is that the will plus infinitive expresses intention at the moment of decision. So the bell has gone, comma, I'll dash to class. So the decision has been made because there is the sound of the bell. The bell has been sounded. The next form is using be plus the going to form to express future time. For example, I am going to buy a dictionary. So when we use when we use this form, we express a subject's intention to perform a certain future action. So I am going to buy a dictionary means that the subject is intending to perform this action. That is, the subject is intending to buy a dictionary in future. Another example, if I say that I will eat porridge for supper, it means that there is that decision that has been made that for supper I'll only eat porridge. So the intention is always premeditated, and it means that the decision has been made. So I am going to draw a timetable. That also still shows that a decision has been made to come up with a timetable. So let's talk about the future continuous. So future continuous is expressed by will or shall plus the present participle. An example in sentence, we have I will be singing. So we have the subject I, then there is the modal auxiliary verb will, uh, then we have the present participle singing. So will be, we have will be plus singing, that is the present participle. So another example is that Mutu will be running round the field. So there is will be and the present participle running. About future perfect is expressed by will plus have plus the past participle. So example in sentences, we have I will have done my exams by 2010. Then the next example, they will have laid the trap. So we have will plus verb and the past participle. Then on to the next, that is future perfect continuous. So future perfect continuous tense is expressed by will, that is the modal auxiliary verbs, will or shall plus have plus been plus the present participle. So again, example in sentences, we have I will have been doing the paper. Another one is they shall have been singing. So they are expressed by the modal auxiliary verbs will or shall plus have, that is a primary auxiliary verb, plus the verb been and the present participle form of a verb. So dear students, that brings us to the end of the session. Thank you for watching till the end, and remember to always keep it easy, Elimu. Until next time, bye.